Hello and welcome to Storytime Sunday. So today what we're going to do is we're going to take these fabulous story cubes. If you like metaphors, if you like stories, this is a really great way of practicing. Now each cube has got some individual pictures on it. So for example, here we've got a telephone and a walking stick and an alien mask. So what I'm going to do is I've already arranged a specific topic to talk about, or a specific lesson I want to present in a story. But as opposed to me coming up with a story and doing the preparation, I thought, well, let's make it a little bit more interesting, because to be able to come up with a story off the cuff can be really useful when working with clients, when talking to people in business, or even just making more interesting conversation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a random number. I selected this random number earlier, so there's 9 dice, but for this exercise, I'm going to do 4 dice, and I'm going to roll them. And once I roll them, I'm going to start showing you what the dice are, and then I'm going to tell you a lovely story. And you need to guess the meaning of said story. So we have a question mark. We have, looks like a rainbow. I'm going to go for that. We have a tortoise. And we have a sleeping emoji. So, let's give this a whirl. So the question is, write in the comments what you think the lesson is about this story. Now, once upon a time, as all good stories start, there was a tortoise named Floyd. Now, Floyd, he was a nice guy. I mean, relatively nice. He had a lot of friends, a lot of tortoises that he hung around with. But, I mean, as tortoises go, he was pretty slow. He was pretty slow as an individual. He would take steps very slowly, lifting one green foot up and down. And the other turtles, I mean, they were starting to get a little bit annoyed with Floyd because he just took so long to do anything. It's like there was actually a big storm front coming in. And the wise man, Fred, said, "John, there's a big storm coming in. Tell Floyd that we need to make sure that we're all safe." Now, it's that bad. We could end up getting washed downstream. He actually hinted, look, it could be the next Noah's Ark. So Fred went up to Floyd and he was like, Floyd, we've got to move. Are you ready to move? Nothing. Okay, come on, we've got to figure out. I mean, do you need my help? Do you need my help to move? Nothing. Question after question after question he asked Floyd. He's starting to get really annoyed with Floyd. Come on, mate, we've got to go. The weather, there's a storm coming in. Things need to change. We've got to get a move on. But needless to say, so he wandered around to actually see what Floyd was doing, and he was fast asleep. Dead to the world. Totally oblivious to everything that was going on. Everything. He could have been asked questions from Fred, from the elder. He wouldn't have heard anything. So Fred's like, I'm not having this. What he did, he got his best foot, whack. Ooh. Floyd woke up with a start. What's going on? What's going on? We've got to make a move on. Things have got to change. I can keep asking you questions all day, but sometimes you just need a good kick up your ass to get yourself moving. So come on, Floyd, we've got to move. And he's like, but I'm tired. I don't want to move. Well, suit yourself. So Fred left him. Fred went on a journey. And Fred, with all the elders, they climbed up the hill, slowly but surely, and they got to the peak. And they saw all the way down by the shore starting to lap at Fred's shell, starting to get more intense. Now, this was a very interesting shore because it wasn't like a normal sandy beach. It actually had a lot of rocks at the bottom of the ocean. Now, these weren't necessarily small rocks. Like, they were basically pretty jagged rocks all the way along. It actually kept the turtles safe, so that when the water was at a normal level, they could float over the rocks. But with the intense wind, rain, and the storm that was coming in, these rocks were going to get dislodged. So even if turtles can swim, it could be quite intense, quite challenging, and could actually end up for the death of Floyd. So the storm began. First with a few spatters on Floyd's shell. Then it increased, it intensified. It started to hail down, and sooner rather than later, the water level had risen 2, 3, 4 feet higher than it used to be. It was started to really get intense, really start to build. The waves started to crash. And then all of a sudden, Floyd wakes the fuck up and realises, oh, I think I need to get a move on. But it was too late. The water started to take in him. The sand that he was under was ripped out from underneath him, and he flew into this whirlpool of rocks and stones around and round. They pummeled him from side to side, up, down, left, right. And he's like, why didn't I listen? Why didn't I change? Why didn't I move? He saw the guys up the hill, and he pedaled as best as he could with his little flippers. He pushed, he moved, his legs moved left, right, front, back, left, right, front, back. He pushed. Boulders glancing off his shells, moving him forward, and he got to the shore. But he didn't stop there because the rain kept going, so he started to make his way up that hill. And it was a struggle because he was battered and he was bruised. He didn't listen to the warnings. He didn't hear the things coming in. So he struggled, and once he got to the top, his eyes closed, and he passed out. The next morning, after the storm, a lovely rainbow, remember, very much like the rainbow in Noah's Ark. Things can change. People can change. And a lot of the time, there's a lot of resistance to these things. Floyd was a very different man after that. Well, as man as a tortoise can be, right? That is Storytime Sunday, and this is your Daily Dose with Dale. Have a great day, and I'll catch you at the next one.